Good morning, dear Scouts and Guides. The Bharat Scouts and Guides Chennai City CBSE Schools District Rajya Puraskar Award Test Camp Preparation. So I am going to take a session on mapping. So I am PK Nagesh, ALT Scouts, Scoutmaster, Balavidya Mandir, Adiyar. So we move on to the compass and map. The topic which I am going to deal now, compass and map. I am going to explain both English as well as a little bit of Tamil. It will be helpful for all of us. Compass and map. Dear Scout and Guide, hope that you are finding more and more enthusiasm in learning the varieties of things. If you take up the following topics and give some exercises in your daily life, you will learn a new skill and enjoy the game of scouting and guiding. Why they gave that the game of scouting? Because scouting is outing. We learn through the doing. So first we have to practice. So whatever we do, learn, we need to practice in our life. Palaga palaga palum pulikkum. When you try to do again and again, it will become easy. Okay. Now we are going to that. First point is know a 16 point of compass. What is compass? Compassனா என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, பொதுவாக ஒரு இடத்துக்கு போகும்போது நமக்கு திசைகள் தெரியணும். So it is necessary to know the directions which way we are going. Finding direction is one of the essential skill of map making and map reading. Even the early man managed to find the directions through sun and stars. Later on compass was invented. So before inventing the compass, so they used sun in the daytime and stars at the night time. Okay, so they used to do that thing. Based on sun, it is very easy. Sun rises in the east, sunset in the west. So in between they know the way which direction the sun travels. Okay, likewise in the night they know about that based on the stars. That is called constellations. Now we used to call compass as dial, a magnetic needle suspended on the pivot in the watch like box. Needle of the compass always stands in the north-south direction, by which we can find the other direction. It has 360 degree divided into 16 points. So 16 points. So based on the 360 degrees, they are going to divide this one. Okay. So basically, we have three types of compass. Magnetic compass. Okay. So we are going to deal here now. I am going to start only with the magnetism. I am not going to take this as such a long session here. First one, always in this compass, it is round. It's a dial means round. It may be that a round shape actually. So in the round shape, if you see 360 degree, you can see this one, and you will get in between, in the middle, magnetic needle. In that needle, one arrow will be there. That arrow always shows in the north. That is called north pole. Generally, that is the gravitational force we have more. So that way it will show that thing. Yeah. In the previous slide which I shown here, north, east, south and west. See that 0, 90, 180, 270, again 360. The gap between this 0 to 90, 90, 90 to 180, 90, 180 to 270, 90, 270 to 360 is 90. Do you have any doubt till this? Shall we go further? Yes. So I am going to do that further thing now. Setting of compass. What is the setting of compass? It is important when you go for Rajya Puraskar Test Camp, they will ask you to setting the compass. Shake the compass before use. We have to shake because it should rotate all the. First we have to check whether it's rotating or not. Okay, and then very important thing, keep your compass on a hard flat surface while it is used. Because it should not use in the hand. We should not in the maybe that vertical posture. We should use only in the horizontal. That too, the flat surface we have to keep. Even some they may ask you to keep on your notebook or textbook which is hardbound, you can keep in the hand. No, even that time also it may tilt. Okay, it should not. It should be keep only in the hard surface. Wait until the needle stands still, then start finding direction. First we have to place that compass on the hard surface, possibly in the ground, in the floor. Wait few seconds and it stop the compass showing, the needle showing north. Okay. Before use take care of keeping the compass away from the influence of any iron object. Why they are given iron object? Because it is a magnetic compass. That is a magnetic needle. If you have any iron thing, it may give the wrong direction. That's why it should not be used any in the iron thing. Yes, we can keep it on the wood. We can keep it on the ground floor. Okay. We can keep it on the tiles. All these we can do. We cannot place it on the iron table. Okay. Alright. So first we are given 4 points. Shake the compass before use. Keep your compass on a hard flat surface while it is used. Wait until the needle used still, then start finding direction. Before use, take care of keeping the compass away from the influence of any iron objects. See the picture. The picture is shown. Compass setting with a map can be done in two ways. So I have said till now it's on the flat surface, on the floor, on the tiles, on the ground. Now on the map, how we are going to keep? The first step, keep the map on the ground or a table, on the wooden table especially. Okay? Keep the map on the table or the ground. Anyway you can keep any side, you keep, no problem at all. Keep compass permanent needle towards north on the map in a place shown in the map where you are standing. First place the map, then you keep the compass. Then where that north pointer shows, turn the map accordingly, not the compass. You should not move the compass. You should catch the compass and then turn slowly the map where it comes to the north of the map. Always they used to put in the top which is maybe north, especially they show only the north. That north you have to keep it. Move the map till the compass permanent needle magnetic north and map north comes in single line. So map they are showing that, no, that is called grid north. I said first magnetic north, now it's a grid north. Two north I am mentioning here now. Third north when it comes, that time I will say. That is based on the constellation. Okay. So first one magnetic north. Now so based on the map, it's called the grid north. Map north comes in the one line. Please ensure while moving map, compass should move with the map. Should move with the map means the direction alone should come. Don't check the compass. Okay. Set the compass till permanent needle and magnetic needle comes in same line. Okay. Keep the compass on a map where your position is. Hold the compass and move the map. Compass will not move. See that within bracket they gave exactly what I said before, that they are given at the down. Clear? When we do practically, that time we will come to know about this. Till that, it will be very difficult to understand. Step by step you go, it will be easy. First place the map on the ground, on the permanent table, flat surface. Keep that compass, round compass on that magnetic compass on that map. Wait until that compass north stand. Then slowly, according to the compass north, that magnetic north, slowly catching that compass, slowly you turn the map north, and magnetic north, the compass north should be in the same line. Please wait until then. Turn and make ensure the compass should not be moved. Compass should not be turned. Compass will be the fixed one. Here, it never move. It move on. See, only that north. Always it shows north. Okay. Then finding north while the help of at least two constellations. Two constellations. This is called now third north. True north. There are three types of north: true north, grid north, magnetic north. True north we cannot change. Magnetic north also we cannot change. And grid north also we cannot change. It is fixed in the map. Now, it will be a fun for the scouts and guides when they find the north direction with the help of constellations during nights. Constellation, what is constellation? Constellation is a group of stars, not one star, a group of stars. Sometimes it may be very few, sometimes it may be huge. You know, basically they called about that our, when we born, okay. So they need to say about the star, no? Which star you born? This answer, no? We'll say Aswini, Bharani, Kritikai, Rohini, Mrgadisham, Trivadari, Pusam, Ailya, Makam, Puram, Mutram. Like this 27 stars they say, no? Okay, all these we are giving star name, but it is a group of stars. It is a constellation. Okay? Then, there are countless stars and constellations in the universe. There are countless, infinity. Normally they used to say we cannot count the stars. Okay? There are visible during night with a clear sky. So only night we can see. Morning is also stars in the same place, but we may not able to see because of the sunlight. Okay? It will be visible only in the night. Some of the constellations are well visible and easy to identify on the sky, but all the constellations not possible to see. Some constellation we can see, it will be visible. Okay, stargazing is a very interesting subject. This is actually one course for the unit leaders, for the scout master, gate captains, cub master, flock leader, whomsoever it may concern. For unit leaders, it's a one course, stargazing. Okay, interesting subject. Look at the sky at night. Identify the following constellations that you are going to learn. You can make stargazing a hobby and enjoy the sky. It will also help you to find the directions. It will be very funny. At the same time, you can learn. What are the things? First one, pole star. Pole star. Okay? It is a single star, that last tail star of the little bear. Little bear. Okay, Chinna Karadi in Tamil, we call Ursa Minor. Ursa, no? Ursa Minor. Okay? That is, see that the top right they are given Ursa Minor. Pole star, Polaris is given, no? It will be 7 will be there. That is called also Saptarishi Mandal. Now, Cassiopeia or Sharmishta is given. It has 5 stars in the form of W or M. One side if you see M, the other side you see W. See in this one, if you find the W, it is the 4th star and one star is given that arrow, no? So that will be in the straight line. Straight line. So that time we can see the north. The third one, Orion or Hunter or Kalpavriksha. So this constellation has the shape of a man like a hunter, beating hunting an animal. It has 3 stars in the head, 3 in the belt, 3 in sword. Everywhere 3 is given. Okay? And 4 bright stars, right, round, giving shape in the shape of shoulder and legs, joining the center star of belt to the middle star of head, extending towards north. The line will reach the pole star. Okay, so these 3 that goes, no, that is only going toward the pole star. That's what they given in the picture. Then Southern Cross. It has 4 stars basically. It has 4 stars in the shape of kite. Okay, kite means, Katadi. When the 2 stars are joined vertically and 2 other horizontally, so both will join in straight line, it forms the shape of cross. Hence they gave this name. Okay. Great Bear or Saptarishi Mandal. See that. Arsa minor, this is Arsa major. Okay, Saptarishi Mandal. See, both as given in same. Top one picture, at the bottom they given 2 pictures. One is small, one is big. Okay, Great Bear and a small thing is given. It has 7 stars in the shape of plow with a saucepan. A line from the last stars of the saucepan direction north. Okay, so that was given, north. Till now, do you have any doubt? Now we are moving to bearing. Based on compass is going for the bearing. What is called bearing? Even now we are using the fan. No, in fan we call double ball bearing. It's a round shape will be there. No, that angle. Bearing is an angle from the north to the object from observation point in clockwise direction. It is called forward bearing. Right side given is a forward bearing. Okay, right hand they are given forward bearing. From the north to the object. From the north to the object. From where we are going to see observation point. This is called clockwise is there, forward bearing. Now back bearing. Back bearing is an angle at an object made from the north to the observation point in clockwise direction. Sir, what is this, sir? It's slightly confusing, sir. Simple. From the observation point to the object, when we see, that is forward bearing. From the object to the observation point, if we see, that is backward bearing. Okay, see, if I am looking, I am just going to see that bearing. I am looking to you, to your side, that is forward bearing. Now from your side to me, it is called backward bearing. Vice versa, opposite direction, totally opposite. Okay. Formula, what they are given, the simple formula. Left side, what they are given is picture is back bearing. Excuse me. While walking on the ground to check the correctness of the forward bearing, to take the help of back bearing. For this, a formula is given here for your practice. Just for a practice only is given. Okay. Forward bearing and back bearing is always with the difference of 180 degree. That's what I said, no? Quite opposite. To get the back bearing, if the forward bearing is less than 180, we need to add 180 to it. If the forward bearing is more than 180, we need to subtract 180 from the forward bearing. See that? For example, if 90 degree is the forward bearing, what could be the backward bearing? Less than 180. So we have to add to that. 90 plus 180, 270. So 90 which direction? East. 270 which direction? West. Quite opposite, no? Now I am giving you one example. See, the forward bearing is given 315. What could be the backward bearing? Forward bearing they gave 315, it's more than 180. So we have to subtract 180. So if we subtract 180, from where? From 315. 315 to 180 if we subtract, will come 135. What is 315? Northwest. What is 135? Southeast. Quite opposite. For example, forward bearing 75, then the back bearing 75 plus 180, 255. If forward bearing is 265, then back bearing 265 plus 180, it is equal to 85. So try these exercises. Give bearing of back bearing for 60, 95, 130, 175, 226, 290, 320. See, in this I am giving you a small clue. 60, 95, 135, 175. So these four is less than 180. So 226, 290, 320 is more than 180. Go accordingly. Another method is given. Just see the bottom of the needle, then the angle shown is the back bearing. We'll go to next slide. Now, then we are going about the scale and all. So any doubt, please ask. Find out, then we'll go based on that next session. Okay? Thank you. Good afternoon, dear Scouts and Guides. As the second part of this one, the Bharat Scouts and Guides, Chennai City CBSE Schools District, Rajya Puraskar Award Test Camp Preparation. So mapping, I am PK Nagesh, ALT Scout, Scoutmaster Bala Vidya Mandir, Adyar. So today I am going to continue the mapping session. Hope this today's session I may complete another 15 slides. So with this, till Dvitiya open portions, whatever is there, just we are covered. Okay. I'll continue with this compass and map. Know the terms scale, direction, conventional signs, contours and grid reference. All these the mapping terms. It's a terminology in the mapping. Know the terms scale, directions, conventional signs, contours and grid references. Mapping is an important item in the progressive and attractive training program for Scouts, Guides, Rovers, Rangers. Maps provide an efficient and unique means for reading and understanding the earth. Okay. So the earth has a surface area of 197 million square miles, pitted and roughened by mountains, plains and seas. So this is a geographical condition what they are given. The highest mountain is under miles. So this is less than 0.1% of the earth. The deepest part of the ocean is not much deeper than Mount Everest. Mount Everest is 29,028 feet high, and Marian's Trench 35,958 feet deep, or only bump and a dent in the Earth's circumference. 2/5 of its island and 3/5 of the Earth is covered with water, and all the world continents would fit into an area the size of or the Pacific Ocean. Okay. To understand the concept of mapping, we must know what is map and how to read it. So this is given, it's a thing. I hope I know that one is not clear because I have taken from that Dvitiya Open textbook. We can refer any maps Okay, map. What is map actually? This is important. A map is, there is actually, what you can say, definition. A map is a pictorial representation of the Earth's surface as looked from above on a flat surface drawn to scale. So it is a pictorial representation, only the pictorial representation of the Earth's surface as looked from above. Okay, on the flat surface drawn to the Earth. Normally we used to call about that bird's eye view, no, like that. Maps are many and varied, but all are basically the same. So we have different types of map: small scale, medium scale, large scale. So different types of maps. Even that map making, if you see, road traverse method is there, triangulation method is there, plane table methods is there. So there are three types of map making is also there. They give a simplified plan or bird's eye view, what I said earlier, bird's eye view of some part of the Earth's surface, large or small. The range from those showing the entire world to those giving the dimensions of a house and garden. Where large scale is represented, the amount of details given will be less. Okay, so large scale and small scale, there are two differences. Okay, let us see what they are given. Primitive man moving about constantly in search of food and shelter. What we need? We need three basic things: food, clothes and shelter. So they are given about the food and shelter. Resort to some method of recording is surrounding and used symbolically to depict various features relevant to him. This resulted in the idea of map and the symbols or means of expressions. Okay, so map is a tool of communication, contains a wealth and a wealth of information with varieties of details. So it is a communication. See, there are several types of communication. Okay, verbal communication, sign communication. So different things are there. Map contains a very valuable, vast variety of information. Yeah, vast variety. It has a in-depth, if you go in detail, so we will get a different type. Map is a document to satisfy the diverse needs of specialities in many disciplines: planners, administrators, engineers, architects and industrialists, etc. It actually is a kind of document. Even when they construct a house, so they need a map, where we need to get the entrance, where we need to get the kitchen, where we need to get the bathrooms, where we need to get the puja room, where we need to get the bedroom. All these they are going to do the plan. Okay, so for that they need a map. Okay, so map is prepared for each purpose separately. So everything, we have different types of map. Even if in our school, what they give different types of map. One is outline map, one is the state map, one is the rivers. So they will give different. Like this is given: political map, physical map, revenue, roads, rivers, irrigation, population, industries, antiques, defense, tourist, etc. Thematic maps also is there. Map contains, so what are the map? See, in the map what information we can get? We'll see the title, scale, orientation, conventional signs, contour systems, date of issue or revision, how made by whom, grid lines, etc. All these. Especially normally the map in India, the Survey of India, situated in Dehradun, they are the authentic, authorized agency to make a map for the government. Okay. What does a map tell? See, this is very important. These things are called 5Ds. Okay, 5Ds. Please name the 5Ds, they will ask in exam. There will be a question, 5Ds. The first one called description. What is description? Name of area, location and date. So all these will be there in the description. Next, detail. In detail, map symbol will be there. Okay. Man-made features and man-made features, especially man-made features. There are two things are there, natural one and man-made one. Okay. Forest, rivers, all these is a natural one. Okay. Buildings, church, temple, all this is a man-made. Water features. Water features are there in different types of water features are there. Taking from pond, lake, river, ocean. Okay. See, all these are there. Then vegetation features, that is separately again vegetation. And elevation features like a hill station. Whatever the details will be there, all these comes under details. Then important thing, direction. North. They are given true north and magnetic north. Also one more north I said when I am talking about when I am teaching about the north compass I said one more thing is a grid north. So grid north also will be there. Okay. Finding by day and night. In the day magnetic and in the night true north based on the constellations. Orientation, even I took the constellation in the previous session. Orientation, declination and year. Especially they will give the bearing, forward bearing or back bearing. Even that forward bearing, back bearing I took in the earlier session, how to calculate the forward bearing. Okay. From the observer to the point which we observe, that is forward bearing. From the point where we observe to that observer point is a back bearing in the reverse. Then distance, one important thing. Proportion, it is not accurate, it is a proportional only. Okay. Land measure to map measures. Land measures to map measure. And scale. The scale how they will give statement, plane scale, representative factors. See that normally in a map if we give 1 centimeter, they will equal to 100 kilometers or 1500 kilometers. Example, they will give you 1 centimeter equal to 250, 500 centimeters, 500 kilometers. Imagine from Chennai to Delhi, it will come in the map maybe 5 centimeters, means around 2500 kilometers approximately. Okay. So that is called in the scale they are given. So different types of scales are there. So when the scales I taught that time I said maybe one more time it may come in the future. Then designation, name of the places. Description, name of the area. This is name of the place. Okay. Please be careful. Description is different, designation is different. We are designating. For example, in your school, you can ask, sir, what is your designation? They will say, no, principal, vice principal, headmistress, head of department, coordinator, all these. Even the students saying, if you say, they are say the pupil, school pupil leader, and the class monitor, and house captain, and school sports leader. All these they'll say, no, that is called designation. What is the designation? The post. That's called like the places. Okay. So we move on to other information based on the map. What is other information? Marginal information only. It is not a complete one. It's a marginal information. Helpful in map reading. Remember, all makings have meaning. Do not add any because we cannot do anything. Dot or lines of your own on the map. Don't add any dot, don't think, because maps are, if you keep one dot, it considers as one of the point. Please be careful. Use of map, how it will be used. So how useful it is for our purpose. A map is used to find one's own position on the earth. So where we are standing, we can exactly locate where we are standing now. If you go and see in the Google, they'll call it latitude, longitude. No. So that is exactly we can locate. That is called grid system. Through the grid system, we can point this on one's own position. Okay. Then a map is used to find direction of an object. So which way we need to move. See that even now they are talking about the cyclone. It's what they said. First it moves toward the northwest, then it's going toward the northeast. So they are telling all these, no, one by one they are adding. So all these when they add, it will come like that. Then a map is used to locate the position of the natural feature of the ground. It is a natural feature. It is not a man-made, it is purely natural one. Okay, so natural features on the ground. A map is used to prepare a plan of journey. So when we need to move, this is called tourist map. When we have to move, so we take that tourist map. So we will go. Nowadays we have the Google map, no? So like this we must have that thing. A map is used to locate the places of tourist interest. Tourist interest is different when we plan of journey is different. When we imagine now we are going as a tourist tour to that either Mysore or our Mahabalipuram. So they will say no, seashore in Mahabalipuram, seashore temple is there, Pancharathas is here, museum is here, all these. So that is called tourist interest. A map is used to find out weather condition, population density, vegetation, industrial belt, etc. All these you can see. So when you get that atlas, a combination of maps which gives in a book form, that is called atlas. When you get that atlas, you will see that it's a different population density, vegetation, all this will give the different one. A map is used to know the distance between two places. So between, that's why I said no, just in the beginning I said from Delhi to Chennai, Chennai to Delhi, how much the distance? I guess we can do that thing. Through that map of that scale, so in whatever they mention, accordingly we can go. A map is used to mark as for tax purpose. Then for tax purpose, industrial area and all what they do, no. So that one. So they get the land tax, no. So they will also get how much area this one, where it begin, which side it begin, which side it ends, all these. And normally they say no, eastern side this much, western side this much, northern side this much, southern side this much, all these, they guess based on the direction. A map is used as a visual aid. Basically it's a visual aid. Really it's a good tool. Okay, it's a good tool. Then a map is used to recognize the object from map to the ground. Whatever shows in the map that we cannot see in the ground, that's why it's given recognize, we can recognize. Okay, in the map how they give us based on the one sign, that is called conventional sign. When we go hiking, there we will have one sign, that is called woodcraft signs. The woodcraft signs are different and conventional signs are different. Okay. A map is used to locate an object with the help of the grid reference. That's all grid reference. See, it is very, very important that grid reference. Maybe next few slides we will get that grid reference. In a map, there will be two lines will be there. One horizontal lines, the next one is the vertical lines. The first we used to go based on the vertical lines. Starting from south, it will go towards north. But normally we draw from north to south. Okay, what it will do. But the number goes, see, map, if you know about the bar graph in the max, only take positive side, don't go the negative side, don't go left hand side, don't go bottom. Only the left, right side, left to right and down to up. Okay, only these two you have to take positive. We call x axis, y axis, no, like this. First we have to take the vertical line from north to south, the lines, south to north. That north line goes towards north, but number goes towards east. That is called eastings. Eastings. Vertical lines are called eastings. A number, based on number only we will call. And then from the vertical horizontal line goes from west to east, but number goes from south to north. That's why it's called northings. Okay, and always keep remember, first the grid reference will be given only in the even numbers 2, 4, 6. When 2, 4, 6 comes, exactly divide by 2. The first group will be the eastings, second will be the northings. Always eastings first, northings second. Okay? Right. So now I'll continue the 12th point. A map is used to find geography and based on that one mathematic situation. A map enabled one from a full picture of an area on the ground. Whatever is there in the map that we can see in the ground. Okay, there is one small example I used to give. There is old film. Okay, there is old film called one thing called Maya Bazaar. Okay, so in the thing first we will keep that thing in the ground, that place of what they are going to construct. The fraction of second it will be comes under reality. So whatever the map will be shown, that only will be the reality. Okay. Then last one, to plan an object. Okay. Now we are moving to survey map of India. Survey map of India is only the government agency printing the maps. Only the government agency. So government is authorized, one is a survey of India only. Its headquarters is in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Okay, Uttarakhand. And it's having branches in almost all the capitals of the states and in some important places. Even in our Chennai we have in the Gindi. When we go to the Gindi industrial estate, inside we have that earlier they had the CBCD office, no, but not now the CBCD office is there. Earlier it was there. So in that office building we have that one, inside that one. So we can go and get the map. Last a couple of years before, when I purchased a map of maybe the exact location we can give for Chennai, Adyar, all these and all. So one map it may be around 118 rupees or 200 rupees only, not more than that. It's a 3-dimension map. Okay. Every map is printed with different kinds of particulars. So these particulars are classified, not clarified, classified, and noted in the same place of the map as shown below. So on these kinds it will be there in that map. The first one, name of the district, year of survey, name of the state, publication of the map, words, grid north, magnetic deviation, map reference, map number. Based on the map number only they used to give. Conventional signs, code of sheet, a name of the chief surveyor who surveyed that map, that is important. Okay, and code of administration, and first edition, date of reprinting, and addition of some particulars, and at last grid reference will be there. See note, description as mentioned above may differ from map to map. It may differ. It cannot be the same for all the maps. So it may differ. Where? The north. Okay. Then the contours. The thin reddish brown imaginary lines. See that contour. See, in the two pictures they are given. The first one is the mountain, what we see. The second one, what we see in the map. Okay, in the picture what they are given two. Equal, that lines joining place of equal vertical height above the main sea level. The mean sea level in the map are named as contour lines. So these heights of the places are noted on the lines in feet or meter. The interval between two successive contour lines are called vertical interval, that is called VI. They will measure the VI 20, VI 30. It means between these two, they are the 20 meter, 20 centimeter, whatever that thing. Or contour intervals. Generally, the contour intervals in our topographical maps is 50 feet. So, generally 50 will be there, one to say another. The horizontal distance between two adjacent contour lines is known as horizontal equivalent, HE. That is VI, this is HE. The Earth's surface is not a flat one, but these are natural undulation, and thus the height of the surface varies from place to place. See, one place will be different, another place will be a different side. The natural rise and fall are well manifested by features like hills, plateaus, valleys, lowlands, etc. And these are known as relief features. Relief is also described as the three-dimensional shape of the ground. But in a map, all these features are represented by two-dimensional signs only. Only in two dimensions, there is no 3D form. Only 2D only here. Then, the Earth's surface is not flat, but there are natural undulation, and thus the height of the surface varies from place to place, already which we mentioned here. The natural rise, fall or well manifested features like hills, plateaus, valleys, lowland, all these known as relief features. Again they are repeated. The relief is also described in three-dimensional shape of the ground, but in a map, two-dimensional signs represented all these features only. To demonstrate the three-dimensional aspect on the map, some methods have been developed. See that contours, how they are given, the right side picture. Okay, contours are the most accurate method of representing all possible information regarding the shape, heights, and extension of the relief features. What are the relief features are there? A contour is an imaginary line joining two places equal vertical height above the sea level. This is imagination line only. It is not accurate one. Please, again and again I am repeating, imaginary line alone. Okay. Contour lines are drawn at regular intervals. It has regular intervals. Okay. Contour lines are drawn in brown color. When I said about the color, I said the contour lines will be in brown color. This is very important. Please underline this point, because they will ask in even Rashtrapati also they may ask this one. The contour lines are always labelled with numerical figures showing the heights above the sea level. Always they will show only in the numerical level. Only numbers only will given. They never mention the words. Every fifth contour line is thicker and bears the height. Always one, see, look like as a bar graph in our max. Fifth line will be the dark. Like this here, every fifth line will be the thicker. The interval between two succession contour lines is called vertical interval. Okay, VI or contour interval. Generally in our topographical map, it is 50 feet. The horizontal distance between two adjacent contour lines are known as horizontal equivalent, HE. The HE is not a constant but varies with the steepness of slope. It never the same. Okay, it may change. The ratio between the vertical interval, that is VI, and horizontal equivalent, HE, is expressed is a fraction and is the gradient of slope. Gradient of slope. VI feet. HE in yards. See that? VI in feet and HE in yards. Please keep in your mind. The grid system. Okay, the square. Every square will be there. See that 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That this portion, one small portion, small square will be there, no? That is called grid. And they gave the color. Okay, they gave the scale. All this they given within this small picture. The entire area of the nation is divided into big square with a side of 500 kilometers. This is also imagination. These are further divided into 25 squares with the size of 100 kilometers and named A, B, C, D or 1 like that. These small squares are further divided into 100 small square. Small. That's in map. We'll do that, no, in the graph, bar graph. Okay, or printed in thick line and divided into 100 small squares with a side of 10 kilometers. Finally, they are divided into 100 squares kilometer side. All grid lines are numbered according to the distance east and north are fixed of origin. Okay, from contours the following information can be had. We can add the following information from the contour lines. Okay, the height of the ground above mean sea level, MSL. The shape of the ground, the slope on the ground, both we will get. All these will get. Mean sea level or zero level. Mean sea level is the dictum surface from which all heights are measured. It is the mean sea level of the sea obtained by taking the average of all the heights of the tides measured as predestined intervals over a long period covering whole number of complete tides. There are 23 tidal observatories in India. So all this you have to get the information, that's it, nothing. They are not going to ask all this and all. For India, 9 seaports of Karachi, Bombay, Karwar, Bepur, Cochin, Nagapattinam, Madras, Visakhapatnam and Falls Point were selected along its sea coast where tidal gauges work installed for taking measurement of the sea water level. They have to take the sea water level. That's all mean sea level we used to say, no. You can see in that railway station the yellow color board will be there, and just down to that right hand, right bottom, they'll give that 250 feet MSL, MSL 500 feet, like this diagram. It means that much of height. Water levels at these 9 ports were continuously recorded for 19 years and an average level was calculated, the zero level of India. Now latitude and longitude. Okay. An accurate map should show the latitude, longitude and time of help locate a feature represented latitude and longitude or lines which we can locate places, okay, locate places of most of the maps. Latitude is the distance north to south of the equator. The distance is measured in degrees 0 to 90 north to south. Each degree is divided into 60 minutes and each minute further divided into 60 seconds. Degrees of latitude is all about 90 miles apart. Longitude is the measurement of distance east or west of a line called the prime meridian, which runs upon the North Pole to the South Pole through Greenwich, England. That's what the GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, we used to call, no, that one. Only one line can go through these 3 points, North Pole, Greenwich, South Pole. It is measured in degrees, minutes and in seconds east or west or the prime meridian up to 180 degree. The lines of longitude are the widest apart at the equator, where 1 to is about 70 miles. The lines of longitude generally comes closer together north or south of the equator and finally merge at the poles. Now longitude. Latitude is simply the distance north or south from 0 degree equator to 90 north or 90 south, North Pole, South Pole. Each degree is divided into 60 minutes, and each minute is frontier divided into 60 seconds. Longitude is the measurement in degrees east or west, a line called prime meridian which runs from North Pole to South Pole through Greenwich, London, England. Lines of longitude are widest apart at the equator, where the degree 1 is about 70 miles. These lines, latitude generally comes together north and south equator and finally merge at the poles. It's repeated because why we are also doing the same. We should get in our mind, okay? Because it's not an easy portion, it's a tough one. Now grid lines. The vertical horizontal purple lines which divide the map into number of squares are called grid lines. Small squares, that is called grid lines. Easting line. See that here how many lines are there. The vertical lines are called easting. The number increases from west to east. See that vertical lines will put from 0 to towards right it will go, okay. And northings line. The horizontal lines are called northings. The number increases from south to north. The horizontal from will put from down to the top, okay. That is called northings, because up in the north, right is the east. That's why eastings, northings. They never call southings. They are never called the westings, okay. Eastings and northings alone. Keep this only in your mind. Activity, just we are doing an activity here. This may be the final one, I hope so. Take a tourist map of your own town or a tourist map where you visit or a sightseeing place and be able to use the map and visit the places. They gave the right side, they given about the India map, okay. In the top they given India, Bharat, some of the territory what they given, okay. All these, it's not so clear, I understand. They also mentioned a scale, okay, and on the top they mentioned about the north scale, the direction also they mentioned. They gave the squares and other details will be given later, okay. Now bibliography. So entire the last session and this session we have taken only from the Bharat Scouts and Guides, Ditiya Sopan Scout and Guide Handbook Series number 3. It is authentic book published by the Bharat Scouts and Guides National Headquarters. It is available in the state headquarters, Wenlock Park. So if you want, you can go and purchase. Okay, you can purchase a Pravesh Scout, Pravesh Guide, Pratham Sopan Scout, Pratham Sopan Guide, and Ditiya Sopan for common, and yet to release the Tritiya Sopan. Hope you understand. Hope you understood. And any doubt, you can ask through your class unit leader, Scoutmaster, Guide Captain. They will clarify your doubts. Thank you one and all, and happy scouting and advance wishes to approach the Rajya Puraskar award. Thank you.